President Biden is trying to mitigate rising gas prices by releasing oil from the strategic reserve. How's that going to impact the market? NTD's Paul Graney interviewed the CEO of the Domestic Energy Producers Alliance to get a better understanding of the problem with oil production and high gas prices.
President Biden announced he's releasing 50 million barrels of oil from the nation's strategic petroleum reserve. Jerry Simmons, the president and CEO of the Domestic Energy Producers Alliance, tells NTD that that's only equal to 3 days of consumption in the U.S.
That's 3 days supply for this country. So for anyone to think that's going to be a short-term fix for the price, I don't know what they're drinking, but it's not the coffee that I had this morning, because it just won't impact anything. It can't.
Simmons says the U.S. became energy self-sufficient in early 2020. Compared to then, the country is producing 2 million barrels less per day. What does Biden have to do with the decline?
When President Biden got elected, he said, I'm going to do away with fossil fuels. That's part of his party platform. And so that then started drying up some of the financing behind it. So there's fewer companies available now because, like I said, there were bankruptcies throughout 2020. Early in 21, there were further bankruptcies. And so companies just went away. And the financial sector is very reluctant to invest in a business that the federal government says they want to go away.
The CEO predicts higher energy prices in the future. He points to figures by the Energy Information Administration, a federal government statistics agency. The agency projects that 70 to 75% of the world's energy consumption will still come from coal, oil, and natural gas 20 and 30 years from now.
In 20, 30 years, we're still going to be very, very reliant on coal, oil, and natural gas. It's just, are the prices going to be much higher because of lack of investment dollars and a shrinking supply? Not because there's not supply there, but because we can't get to it.
In regards to infrastructure, Simmons says pipelines are actually the safest way to move products compared to trains and trucks, and that when the government shuts down pipelines, the product will still have to be transported by trains and trucks, which are much more susceptible to accidents and problems than pipelines.